Hey, hello.
Is there a
Yep.
particular way these have to go?
I'll talk to you later.
Let that car go and then lock it. Miss Maria, is that you outside? It is. Could you be a favor, walk up to the stop sign at the end of the sidewalk and lock the car coming down? Thank you.
You guys have water? Water?
Go ahead and get down on Hillside Gate. Jack, switch out with Miss Maria.
Hanging out in the shade. Are y'all coming?
Is it what?
It can be.
Okay, right now we have pictures of all the way down to the kids get down to the table.
Father, sure.
What are you doing?
I don't have anything.
They're on their way.
Good evening to all of you here witnessing the ceremony of the commencement of the East Allegheny High School class of 2023. I have literally been watching the weather since the publication of the Farmer's Almanac. Not really that long, but at least since this day was in the 15 or 14-day forecast, and I've been nervous. I've been an emotional wreck. And I got the sun, maybe a little bit too much, but we do have resources here. If anybody does experience anything remotely close to a medical emergency, please don't hesitate to reach out. We want this to be an enjoyable ceremony in every aspect. For the past 9 months, ironically, as we've released this class into the world, it has been my honor to be their principal. The growth that takes place between September and June of a student's senior year is blaringly apparent and so reassuring that these young people are going fiercely and resiliently into their next journey in this world. But let me state with witnesses that you are all welcome back to help with our students, looking up to you now to mentor them and reach back so that they too will be in those seats. At this time, our incredible concert choir, directed by Mrs. Amanda Roscoe, will now sing the Star-Spangled Banner, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance by class co-treasurers, Miss Madison Portis and Miss Riley Werner. You may stand, if you like, heat permitting, for the Star-Spangled Banner.
Is Riley going to work with you or not? Okay, that's fine. Not a problem. It's okay. I'll call each of you.
Oh, say the
Star-Spangled
Banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And now the Pledge of Allegiance by Miss Madison Portis.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Madison. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Father Terry O'Connor, pastor at Mary Mother of God in White Oak, to offer the invocation.
Let us place ourselves in God's holy presence. Good and gracious God, we thank you for all the blessings that you bestow upon us. Seems like we can get away from being thankful as the Lord calls us to be. We thank you in a special way for the graduates, these amazing men and women gone through East Allegheny with a great deal of success and pride. We thank you for all the people that got them here on this day. Remember their families, their teachers, their friends. We ask that you now allow them to always open up their heart to your love. May they be on fire with you. May they make the right moral choices in this world. We are all over the place, Lord. May they base their lives in you. May they always realize that one with God is a majority. May they light up the sky with your love and reflect you in all that they say and all that they do. Please bless their future as they leave this place. Always guard, shield them, protect them. Give them your grace. Bless them to be alive in you. And we ask all this in your glorious name. Amen. Can I get an amen? Thank you.
Thank you, Father. I would be remiss if before the ceremony I did not recognize our school board administration. Please stand and wave as I call your name. Mr. John Savinda, President of our board. Ms. Tisha Thomas, Vice President. Ms. Courtney Werner, Treasurer and Mother of the valedictorian. Ms. Tony Valicente, Board Secretary and Director of Fiscal Affairs. Mr. Jeremy Goldstein. Mr. Eric Meredith. Mr. Merle Pusey. Mr. Robert Trout. Mr. George Yusko Jr. and Mr. Dan Zober. A round of applause for these individuals. They give tirelessly of their efforts to make sure that everything's running in this district for our community. In addition, we have Mr. Alan Johnson, the superintendent. Ms. Jamie Morgan, who I don't believe is here, but is definitely his right hand as the confidential secretary to the superintendent. Ms. Tony Valicente, Director of Fiscal Affairs and Board Secretary. Dr. Dana Ayera, our new Director of Special Education and Federal Programs. Mrs. Christy Paradine, our school psychologist. Dr. Barbara Pagan, Director of Education. Mr. Mark Draskovich, Director of Pupil Services. Mr. Jeffrey Matthews is up in the booth doing the live stream. And Mr. Alex Eichler is backing me up somewhere here on sound to help us out through the evening. Mr. Mark Draskovich, he's also the 7th and 8th grade principal as well as Pupil Services Director. Mr. Joe DiLucente, our elementary principal. And I am Ms. Candy Morris, the head principal of the high school. We have several faculty seated on the platform, as well as seated in the stadium, standing at each entrance, making sure that people get what they need as they come in. These people are kind of like artists in residence. They're here, so to speak, who work with your children every day in every subject and every discipline to help mold and guide them into the scholars, dreamers, and self-actualizers they will be and are today. Whether they are entering the workforce directly, picking up training in the trades, or continuing their education at the collegiate level, these professionals were an integral part of what is coming to fruition A round of applause for our faculty and everybody that interacts with your graduates every day. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Nakaya Lee. Nakaya is the secretary of the class of 2023, with her opening remarks to her class and colleagues.
Today is June 2nd, 2023, and welcome to the East Allegheny graduation ceremony. I am honored to be standing here before you all and want to personally congratulate each and every one of us for making it this far. After all of the challenges and obstacles we were all faced with, we should be extremely proud of ourselves that we have overcome them and it has all finally paid off. As we look back on our time here, we can all agree that it has been a journey filled with ups and downs, success and failures, and moments of joy and sadness. Thank you to everyone here who has pushed us to be nothing but the best versions of ourselves. We want you to know that we are extremely appreciative of you all. It would not be here without you guys. As we start this ceremony, I just want to remind all of us graduates to always remember your worth and to never downplay any success that you may accomplish in life. Everything is worth celebrating, and I am so proud of us all. Remember, it's a great day to be a Wildcat. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Thank you, Nakaya. We will now have another piece by our concert choir entitled, "In Meeting We Are Blessed."
We are blessed together, and in meeting we are blessed. Peace and coming and in going, peace and labor. We are blessed together, and in meeting we are blessed. Peace and coming and in going, peace in labor and in rest. We are blessed together, and in meeting we are blessed. Peace and coming and in going, peace in labor and in rest. We are blessed together. We are blessed. Peace in coming and going. Peace in labor and in rest. We are blessed together. We are blessed. Peace in coming and going. Peace in labor and in rest. Hold on, dear sister. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. We are blessed together. We are blessed. Peace in coming and going. Peace in labor and in rest. You're not alone, and you never will be. I will be with you, and I will carry you with me. Friendship endures, and surely we will prove it's not ourselves, not our bodies that we are meant together. We are blessed. Peace in coming and in going. Peace in labor and in rest. We are meant together. We are blessed. Peace in coming and in going. Peace in labor. labor and in rest. Hold on, dear sister. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to
Thank you. That was beautiful. It is now my absolute honor to introduce our next student speaker. This young lady not only excelled academically to rise to the top of her class, she did it while being involved in sports, and not just one sport, multiple sports through the year. So at this time, it is my pleasure to introduce 2023 class valedictorian, Riley Werner.
It's all on the front of the page.
Good evening, everyone. You now know me as the valedictorian of the class of 2023. You may have previously known me as number 8, the tall hitter on the volleyball court, that one lifeguard from White Oak Pool, or Callie, Lily, and Ellie's older sister, but I'm standing here today to share a piece of who I am outside of just a label, what got me here today, and what morals I stand by continuing forward with my career. My name is Riley Werner. I've attended East Allegheny since I was in kindergarten, and I've grown up in Wilmerding my whole life. I've made countless friendships, experienced each and every year of schooling here, and I've been involved in almost everything possible within the district. Today, I would like to share with you all some valuable lessons I have learned and what has led me to success, in hopes that you will be able to carry this with you in your future endeavors as well. First, always be kind. My mom has always told me, no one will ever remember what you looked like, what clothes you wore, or how popular you were, but how you made them feel. This has stuck with me throughout the years. Even saying hello to someone in the hallway you barely talk to, or giving a helping hand to someone you see struggling, makes the biggest difference in the world. People will always remember how you treat them, and as life moves on, you realize that the positive connections usually last if both people are kind. Who you are as a person is what is most important in this life, and how you will make your mark on the world. Second, it's okay to fail. I've been met with much failure, which makes success much more worth celebrating. Countless losses in sports I played in high school, rejections from my dream schools, and even some failing test grades have all led me to where I am today. It is a difficult part of life we all go through, but all of our mistakes and downfalls shape us into who we are, and overcoming adversity makes you stronger. Also, with failure will come success. If you stay determined, you will always overcome the problems that you face, and life's path will take you to where you belong. Another thing I've learned to accept is change. We are about to face the most drastic changes we have in our lives when we leave this field tonight, and that's okay. Change brings opportunity. It is okay to grow out of people and places. It is okay to leave things behind. With change brings growth, and all you can do in life is move forward and strive to be the best version of yourself you can be with every passing day. This is your life, and it is your job to do what you love and what is best for yourself. Lastly, and most importantly, appreciate those who applaud your successes. Whether it is your parents, friends, teachers, mentors, or whoever your support system may be, the people who care about us are the most important to our accomplishments. They have supported us through the thick and thin and ups and downs of life. There will be people who you come across, maybe even your dearest friends, who you would expect to cheer you on, but sometimes we learn the hard truth that even those who we thought were closest to us are not as truly as supportive as we thought they were, and that is okay. Life is about finding the people who truly cherish you, who find joy in seeing you succeed, whom you know are proud of you, and who will always be proud of you. No matter who it is in your life, whether it's someone you've grown up with or someone you just met yesterday, you can tell when someone is truly genuine and lights up when they see you succeed. And with this, my fellow classmates, I want you to recognize tonight who those people are in your life. Whether they are in the stands watching you reach one of the biggest milestones of your life, or have supported you the whole way through your years here at East Allegheny, or maybe someone you haven't spoken to for an extended period of time, and thank them. Those are the people who you want to keep close and appreciate forever. With this, I would like to thank the entire class of 2023 for making memories with me for the past 12 years. I would like to thank the wonderful staff of East Allegheny, from my amazing sixth grade teachers, Mr. Janiasak and Miss Reno, who have seen my potential since I was a shy 12-year-old little girl, all the way to the politest and most cheerful lunch staff of the high school, to Mr. Mack, who still remembers the Green Valley days and tells me every day he can't believe I've grown up so fast, to some of the most amazing high school teachers, including Mr. Edwards, who talked me through my first college rejection, telling me you'll end up exactly where you're meant to be. And I'm pretty sure I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. And Miss Tresnan for always having the biggest smile when my friends and I walk into anatomy class. And Miss Sippy for challenging me and reminding me that I'm capable of doing anything I can put my mind to. For all of my years at East Allegheny, the staff has done nothing but support the rest of the class of 2023 and myself, and I am beyond grateful. They have prepared us so thoughtfully for this next chapter of our lives, no matter what path we each take. I would like to thank all of the friends I've made here at East Allegheny, because without a little fun and people to rely on, the high school experience would not have been so delightful. Lastly, and most importantly, I would like to thank my family. I would like to thank each of my grandparents for always taking pride in having me as their grandchild. You have supported my every move since day one, and I'm forever grateful. I would like to thank my little sisters, Callie, Lily, and Ellie, for inspiring my love for children. I would like to remind the three of you that for the rest of your years here at East Allegheny, you are not living in my shadow, but writing each of your own unique stories here and leaving your own marks. I would like to thank my father for always being supportive of my athletic career and cheering me up when I'm down. Last, but certainly not least, I would like to thank my amazing mother, Courtney Werner, who has built me to be the person who I am today. Mom, you have been nothing other than an amazing role model to my sisters and me. You have never come short of making everything possible for us. You are everything I strive to be as a person, and I'm so blessed to have you as my mother. Everything I do is for you. Thank you to everyone who has shown up for someone tonight. Our support systems are why we are standing here today. And finally, thank you again to the class of 2023. Congratulations and best of luck to everyone. Thank you.
It always amazes me the insight and the wisdom that our young people have. And that brings me to our next two scholars. This year, we had a tie for second academic position of the class of 2023. Miss Madison Ashbaugh and Miss Abigail Weaver will speak and give their thoughts, respectively, for their class. I invite to the podium Madison Ashbaugh.
On the front of the page.
To the faculty, board members, dear friends, and cherished family, I'm thrilled to welcome you all to East Allegheny's 2023 graduation ceremony. As seniors, we are asked to reflect on our high school years. What's your fondest memory? Any advice for the younger class? But the toughest question for me to answer was, what's the biggest lesson a teacher has taught you? One might answer with something along the lines of, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or always have a thesis statement, but these lessons never felt like a good enough answer to me. As I reflected on my school years, I didn't remember the poetry units or math equations. Instead, I remembered Mrs. Kenny allowing students to vent and cry in her class, or Miss Sippy answering student emails at 1 a.m. What these teachers have taught us goes beyond basic school subjects. They've taught us to live our lives with love. Sometimes there may be a cafeteria fight or some stairwell drama which causes teachers to question their career choices. However, ultimately, we are the source of their motivation and passion for teaching. They foster meaningful relationships with us and have the compassion to teach us more than just English, math, science, or history. They teach us important life lessons, and it's now our responsibility to utilize them to take us far in life. So, whether you decide that you want to join the military, learn a trade, or further your education at college, remember to love what you do. These teachers have taught us that loving what you do leads to a happy and successful life. So, I would like to congratulate the remarkable members of 2023's graduating class and wish you all the best of luck, wherever the future may take you.
Thank you, Madison. I invite Miss Abigail Weaver to the podium.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you all for coming here to support us tonight. Today, as we reflect on our academic careers here, we also reflect on the lessons that extend beyond the subjects that we have studied endlessly in the classroom. In the course of 4 years, we came here every morning at 7:40 to learn about math, science, English, history, and the arts. While we excelled in these subjects, we also learned invaluable lessons here that will help to guide us into a better future than any of us could have expected. During my time here, I found that time and time again, as a class, on top of academic guidance, we needed a lot of personal guidance, which is something that East Allegheny teachers are so good at providing. Aside from the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell and how to use commas in a sentence, we will remember our teachers for the life lessons that they had pushed on us throughout the 4 years that we had them. Throughout our time here, our teachers challenged us left and right by making us read out loud in class, take tests that we couldn't study for, and learn a more rigorous curriculum than we had expected. Through these tests, we developed our poker faces, learning how to maintain our composure in the face of adversity. One of the most important lessons that I learned here was from my favorite teacher, Mrs. Shennett. This year, I had the privilege of having her twice a day, first in AP English, where she pushed all of us academically almost to our breaking points, and next in journalism, where she initiated individualized conversations regarding essential life lessons that will shape all of our futures. During one of these discussions in particular, I had written 2 articles for her instead of 1, and she returned my assignment to me with a score of 2 out of 20 points. Upon seeing this, I went straight to her classroom to ask about my grade, and she explained to me that she wanted to challenge my perfectionism. She wanted to teach me that it's okay to not be perfect and to make mistakes, by showing me what they may look like. Though my mom had told this to me countless times, it seemed to stick more coming from someone who didn't have to tell me that it was okay. After embracing her advice, I began to learn from the real mistakes that I had made instead of dwelling on points. Along with Mrs. Shennett, we will remember Mrs. Tresnan for teaching us during dissection to value our self-care over numbers on our report cards. Take this lesson with you and remember it during college when you have to decide between pulling an all-nighter or winging a test. The numbers on your paper may not be different, but your mental and physical health will be. We will remember our math teacher, Miss Sippy, for teaching us that college is not like high school. Remember when you get there that college is not just an opportunity to gain knowledge in your field, but it is also a financial responsibility. While college should be enjoyed, remember when to take it seriously. Remember Miss Hobart for pushing you to keep trying on her physics packets until you got the right answer when you're struggling in a class or in your personal life. Trying and failing will teach you so much more than what you would have learned if you would have given up. Remember in your next disagreement, Mr. Ed, who taught us through history to consider both sides to every story. Though your opinion on a subject may remain stagnant, your outlook on the situation will not. I think that I speak for all of us in saying thank you to the teachers that invested time into our personal lives to develop life skills that we will use to build successful futures. Even though not all of us will remember the Pythagorean theorem or what the Articles of Confederation even were, we will take these life lessons into our future and put them to good use. Whether you're going into the workforce, trade school, or college, we all possess the skills that we need to excel in our careers because of the opportunities that we have had here at East Allegheny. Good luck to all of the 2023 graduates here today.
And now we will have a final selection for
concert choir entitled Always Keep This Close, followed by a message from President Mariah King. Can we get a resounding round of applause for all of our musicians here, both our concert choir and our concert band.
Miss Mariah King.
To the stage. She is the president of the class of 2023.
In that first place. Okay. Shall we wait till they get to their seats? Okay. Good evening. I would just like to say thank you to the teachers, administration, parents, and staff for making this all happen today. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. But now, on to the speech. My fellow graduates, I couldn't decide if I wanted this to be sad, happy, funny, or a bunch of thank yous to random people. So instead, we're just going to take a walk down memory lane and reminisce back to when things were easy. I just miss coming home from school and crying about having to do 3 times each the night before a vocab test. And now that I think about it, I would rather be doing that than filling out FAFSA information or writing paragraph after paragraph for a scholarship and just cross my fingers and hope I get it. But that's the thing about life. You can always think about the past, but you can never go back to it. We can never go back to the quarter pencil machine at Logan or indoor recess with Dr. Retzer with her unorthodox yoga, or the feeling of your teacher walking around checking study buddies you forgot to get your sign. If you think about it, forward is the only way. We've been waiting our whole lives for this moment. Little did we know, this is only the beginning. We are now on to bigger and better things, and when we all wake up tomorrow morning, this will just be a memory. No more 7:40 bell to let you know you're late. No more 2:21 bell to tell you it's all over for the day. What we didn't realize was how fast it was all over. Somehow, the years we had left turned into months, which turned into days, which turned into the last bell. But the last bell does not mean the end. It means the start of something new. Congratulations, class 2023. We did it.
Thank you, Araya. At this time, I'd like to present the East Allegheny class of 2023 to our superintendent, Mr. Alan Johnson, for consideration. Mr. Johnson, the East Allegheny faculty and staff have verified that the students seated before you today have met the graduation criteria set forth by the district and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I submit them in whole as the class of 2023 for your acceptance.
Ms. Morris, Mr. Draskevich, Mr. Savinda, members of the Board of Directors, fellow administrators, distinguished faculty, honored guests, and students of the East Allegheny High School graduating class of 2023. I want to thank you, first of all, for giving me an opportunity to offer my congratulations to all of you. And I know of all the things you'd like to do, everybody here would like to do tonight. One of them is not to hear me drone on, so I'll be really brief. In addition to my congratulations, I also want to offer you my thanks, very sincere thanks. Most of you might realize this, or maybe you don't, that yours is the first graduating class of what's being referred to by a lot of educational writers as the post-pandemic generation. You were the first to go through a full year without experiencing closures and the infamous remote learning days. And there have been a number of people who expressed fears that public education had been set back so far by the COVID crisis that it would be years and even decades until students would be back on the same level they were when the pandemic began. But I'm happy to say that you have shown this is not to be true. It has been a struggle for sure, but your achievements and accomplishments this year have proven that public education has survived and even thrived. You have demonstrated resilience and remarkable ability to adapt and overcome and the learning deficits, that our public school students have had to face. The remarkable academic achievements that so many of you demonstrated have shown that the young people of America are back and even better than ever. You have proven the critics wrong, and for that, we all owe you our thanks. Disappointing your critics and those who don't believe in you is a great way to end this phase of your academic career, and it's also an invaluable lesson for your future. Always work to frustrate those who don't believe in you. Always work to show them wrong and to show them what you can do. Always show them what a Wildcat can do. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. Before I accept the graduating class, I would also like to make some special recognitions that I think are very much deserved at this point. So would all those students who have attained honor status, would you please stand up and be recognized? Honors status students, please stand up and be recognized. Thank you. That's an incredible number. Please sit down. Thank you. Will all those students who have achieved high honor status stand up? High honor status students, please stand up, maybe again. Congratulations. Thank you. Please be seated. Will all students who have earned admission into the National Honor Society please stand and be recognized? Congratulations to you. Thank you. Will any students who have chosen to join in the Armed Forces of the United States of America please stand and be recognized? I know we had one or two. Special congratulations and thank you. Will all students who have enrolled in a college, university, or post-secondary school of any kind please stand and be recognized? Congratulations. Thank you. And will all students who have been awarded any kind of scholarship, financial award, grant and aid, or any other kind of financial assistance, please stand and be recognized? Congratulations. Thank you. And finally, why don't all the graduates of the East Allegheny High School class of 2023 please stand and be recognized? Having achieved that is honor enough. Thank you. Ms. Morris, Mr. Savinda, it is my pleasure and honor to verify that all the students assembled here tonight have been submitted for review by Ms. Morris and the administration, and all have met the requirements to be awarded a high school diploma as specified in chapters 4 and 57 of the Pennsylvania School Code of 1949 as amended, and is promulgated by the policies and regulations of the Department of Education. Therefore, I am pleased to present to everyone the graduating class of 2023 of the East Allegheny High School. Congratulations and thank you.
At this time, I would ask that the first row stand in unison. And Mr. Acey, if you could lead us around to be prepared for a presentation of diplomas. And I would like to introduce our special guest and one of the esteemed teachers that students mention a lot in a lot of their conversations, Mr. Dennis Edwards, who is going to announce each and every graduate of the class of 2023. Some graduates have requested their diplomas specifically presented by members of our school board. So you may see a little bit of moving around in position here. And as a note to our family and friends, for photography purposes, we ask that all guests remain in the stands. There will be a professional photograph taken both within the arch as well as the receipt of the diploma. You're up. All right. You got your cards? All right.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pride and high honor to introduce the class of 2023. Dion AC. Elbert. Easton Anderson. Matthew Arminio. Madison Ashbaugh. Madison Baker. William Banks. Elizabeth Barefoot. Mia Barr. Brian Bursford. Timothy Burko. Victoria Basseni. Alyssa Bain. Madden Bowman.
Let's go, Maddie! What a handsome young man!
David Boyd Jr. Wayne Burnham. Carnevale. Tyler Chase. Jacob Cochran. Ryan Corbett. Sarah Dixon. Daniel Dorsey. Christopher Eaton. Eliza Esquivel. Charles Ferrari. Bryce Flowers. Nyla Flowers. Raquan Fulmer. Caleb Furby. Ryan Gatis. Colin Goike. Lucas Gray. Samantha Halleck. Kamari Hamlin. Nathaniel Hannum. Thomas Hazard. Raphael Holyfield. Ryan Hauser. Dylan Hurley. Traylon Jeter. Nora Calachetti. Michael Kelly. Cody Kirshner. Araya King. Ashley Karatko. Logan Crowderville. Sammy Kostroff. I have to see. Summer Laratunda. Micaiah Lee. Savannah Lesko. Rachel Lewis. Yeah, I got you. Scratch it out the second time. Riley Lewis. Dominic Locke. Brianna Loving. Alex Maldonado. Madison Mans. Drea Marcus. Casimir Marshall. Richard Mazer. Peyton McAndrew. Kaylee McDaniel. Abigail Miller. Colby Miller. Caleb Mills. Gianna Moraine. Braden Morrison. Jeffrey Mosspan. Zachary Moxit. Jonathan Nemus. Sky Nichols. Morgan Odo. Desiree Oliver. Sion Page. Justin Peoples. Cameron Petrosky. Jerron Porter. Madison Portis. Malik Ridgely. Anaja Roberts. Colin Ruffalo. Brandon Russo. Natalia St. Domingo. Kaylee Slabby. Chantel Smith. Sincere Spence. Brianna Stone. Bree. Iana Taylor. Evan Thompson. Caleb Tasarchak. Jacob Tasarchak. Riley Werner. Nathaniel Vincent. Nathan Warlecko. Abigail Weaver. Nia White. Justin Wicker. Alexa Zorch.
Just a few more items in the program. We're going to have closing remarks from the Vice President of the class, Miss Natalia Sacamano. You're on the one page.
Good evening. Thank you all for being here today and taking the time out to congratulate the class of 2023. The time has come. 13 years have been wrapped up into a 3-second walk down the field. One piece of paper in return for thousands of assignments we've turned in. Everything we've learned and gone through throughout the years is over. But in fact, we aren't done learning. We just wrapped up the basics. The next chapter is our story. We write it, we annotate it, and we read it. Your story has just begun. Make the most of it. But as we look to the future, we must also remember the importance of staying connected to our roots. Our high school experience has shaped us in countless ways, and it's up to us to carry forward the lessons we have learned and the values we hold dear. Success is not just about an individual achievement, but about supporting each other like we've done throughout the years. Whether it's a bad grade on a Lawrence test or winning the Friday night football game. We have also learned that failure is not something to be feared, but rather something to be embraced. It is through our mistakes and setbacks that we learn and grow the most. It has gotten us this far and will continue to guide us in the future, wherever our paths may lead. Class of 2023, hold your heads high today. Remember this feeling. Be proud. Remember, once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat.
Thank you, Natalia. Please welcome back to the podium Father Terry O'Connor for the benediction.
Let us place ourselves once again in God's holy presence. From our lips to God's ears, may we just take a moment of silence and place before the Lord a blessing that strikes you to the heart for these graduates on this night. What do you whisper in God's ear? What would you like them to have in life? Just whatever strikes your heart right now, okay? Just take a moment and whisper that in God's ear. Lord, we thank you for this great night. We thank you for these wonderful men and women who graduate. Please be with them as they leave here to light up the sky and light up the world. May you always guard and protect them. May they stay close to you. Bless all their family and friends. Bless EA, the great school here, all the work that they do in educating all the children and all the young men and women. Bless all the teachers and the administrators. Bless all these parents here tonight who sacrifice so much that this moment happens. And may graduates, may you always have the number one goal in your life, to get to heaven. And we ask all this in God's glorious name. That was pretty good. One more. Nice.
At this time, we're going to sing the alma mater. So if you look in the back of your program, you'll see the words to the alma mater, led by our concert choir and our band. Thank you. If you were standing, you may be seated. Class, when you entered Churchman Stadium this evening, your tassels were on the right to signify your undergraduate status. But you have now entered a new identity as a graduate of East Allegheny High School. Please signify this transition by moving your tassel from the right to the left. You are now the graduated class of 2023 of East Allegheny High School. After you find your cap, have a seat. You guys have a seat. We need to recess out. Have a seat. Class of 2023, have a seat, please. I would welcome you and your family to take pictures. You will pick up your diplomas in front of the school. There are pictures, yard signs of your graduation to celebrate that in your yards. You can take those with you. At this time, first row, please stand. And Mr. Acey? Mr. Acey, please lead us up the 50-yard line.